Hey, and welcome to my channel. My name is Care Monique, and I am the Business Basics Maven. I help businesses who are in the startup or repivoting phases really navigate this new world of business through resources and tools that are going to be foundational and truly help you. I also live in the fashion space as I am a shoe designer and a cosmetics curator, and I am also the face behind Care Monique LLC, which is my platform for which I help women entrepreneurs navigate business as new and repivoting entrepreneurs. If you are new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, that subscribe, and the comment and share button as well. Interact with me in all the ways that you can. If you've been here for a while, you already know how this goes. Please remember to like this video, share this video, and leave me a comment. So in today's video, I am actually hopping on the Get to Know Me tag, and I saw this from quite a few people, but the one that really piqued my interest was Lauren Melissa actually did it, and I am going to link her video below so you can get to know her as well. But she did one, and I was like, you know what? I could do this. I probably should do this so people know a little bit about me. So we are going to do that today, and what I did was I simply posted some questions or posted where folks could ask me questions in my story as well as on a Facebook status and a couple of other places across social media. And I put, I believe, 10 questions that folks had for me, and I am going to just run with those. So let's jump right into this video. Okay, so the very first question someone asked me was something you're excited about. I am super excited about the Faye Nicole handbag. If you haven't seen that video yet, you need to go and watch it. I will link it in the description below, and if I can figure it out, it'll be right here. But if it's not right here, that means I didn't figure it out yet, but I'm gonna try. But either way, I made a video on the Faye Nicole handbag. So I'm the owner of Faye Nicole, which is an online luxury footwear boutique for women in non-standard sizes and widths. And what I did was I began dabbling in the handbag / tote bag ministry is what I like to call it, because a good handbag is a ministry, okay? But anyway, I just launched my very first custom luxury tote bag, and I'm so stoked about it. Actually, let me show y'all right now. This is it. This the bag. This the bag. Go buy it. It's on the website. But I'm super excited to see what this moving into the luxury handbag space does for me, not only in my business, but just as a curator and a lover of all things fashion. I really hope to bring something new and innovative to my customers. So that is something that I'm super excited about. So the second question is my most embarrassing moment. Oh, I have so many. Oh, I have so many embarrassing moments. I don't know which one to choose. I think the one that I would choose is I was working at a high school. This was back when I first started working. And I was working in a high school, and I am a Spartan, y'all, through and through. I went to Michigan State, absolutely loved my experience and my journey. So I go hard for MSU. And there were quite a few people at this school or this institution, whatever you want to call it, who liked MSU, but there was a big majority of folks who also liked the University of Michigan, U of M, and their rivals. I also come from a rival family. I am the only Spartan. Everybody else in my family went to U of M. So of course, they treat me like the underdog, but that's okay because I always come up winning. But anyway, somebody sent out an email, one of the teachers, and this school had a staff of about 300 people. Somebody sent out an email about, they were making, this was when the Spartans were going to the Rose Bowl, and they were making these cups. And they, they sent them out to everybody like, hey, would anybody like to get some of these custom cups for the Spartans going to the Rose Bowl? I didn't realize that I had hit reply all, and I replied all, and we were like in like this war battle because he actually was a Michigan fan and he was making Spartan cups, and so we were just, it was really friendly banter, but it went to 300 people at the school, and I was so embarrassed because I had only been there like 3 months. And I was like, this was so unprofessional, and I looked so tacky and so raggedy. It ended up totally being okay. But it was a mess, y'all. It was a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. I was embarrassed. I don't think I sent an email for probably a whole week at the school in general, because people made jokes and stuff, but it wasn't fun. But I was so embarrassed. Like, the administrators had got it and everything, and I'm basically being a sports bully, even though it was fun and games. Everybody knew it was a joke. That was super embarrassing. So the next one, if you were a superhero, what would you be known for? Definitely would have to be the person that could change the quickest. Like, I could morph into whatever type of fashion goddess I wanted to morph into. That's probably not even a cool super hero thing. I probably should have said I could light things on fire, or I could fly, or I'd be known for saving the world. But no, I wouldn't be known for those things. I'd be known as the most fashionable superhero ever. When I walk into the room, they know it's gonna be a scene in the show. So that probably would be my superhero power, is being able to morph very quickly into whatever the occasion calls for, or more. Why do you love potatoes so much? Do I even need to explain? Potatoes are so versatile. That's one reason I love potatoes. The other reason I love potatoes is because why not? What other starchy vegetable should you love? Some people would argue it's not a vegetable at all. I don't care. I don't care what it is. It's delicious. But I love potatoes because of their versatility. I love that all they take is a pinch of salt and a hint of pepper, and it's a whole meal. Like, you could literally eat a potato and be full for the whole day. I don't know anything else that it's just worthy. It is so worthy. It goes good with cheese. It goes good with meat. It goes good with vegetables. It goes good with nothing. You can fry it. You can bake it. You can boil it. You can broil it. You can grill it. You can do everything with a potato. So that's why I love potatoes. And maybe when I was a child, it was ingrained in me. I'm not really sure. But it probably is the versatility of the potato. Is the reason that I love it so much. And if you don't love potatoes the way I love potatoes, I am sorry for you. And no, I'm not talking about sweet potatoes, because those are disgusting. Argue with me if you'd like to. I will die on that hill. What made you get a second dog? Lots of things. One, probably grief. Really missing my mom, and knowing how connected we were. I have a first dog, Nola, and Nola doesn't have anybody to connect with other than her human parents. Of course, she loves us, but I really wanted to do it for Nola. But then ultimately, I think recognizing and realizing like the power of relationship, and I was like, Nola probably should have a dog friend that she can love on all the time. So that was the reason I got a second dog. Also, it worked out totally perfect. I live in Michigan. My second dog, I got him from Georgia. And the young lady who I got him from, we were chatting. He's black. He's a black golden doodle. And for some odd reason, they're like, black dogs are becoming hard to get rid of. Like, people don't want black dogs. I love black dogs. I love dark dogs. I don't care. So she was having trouble getting rid of some of her, she had a whole litter of black dogs, and I saw them and I loved them, and I was like, I wish I lived in Georgia. I would love to get this dog from you. Turned out she had a friend who actually lived in Michigan. With safety and all that, we exchanged numbers, all those things, and her friend actually drove him up here for me, because we were not gonna ship him. I don't believe in shipping animals anywhere, any of that stuff, but that is how I got my second dog, and these are my sweet, sweet babies. They're like best friends, and they're so adorable. All right. What do you dislike that most people like? Y'all, I'm gonna keep this one short, because I explained it in a Facebook status. I don't like traveling for vacation. I think people do it wrong. I think people don't do it well. If I'm traveling to vacation, when I get there, I don't want to do anything but sleep and eat and lay on the beach. People like to do excursions. People want to explore cities, get to know the locals, and all this stuff. That is not a vacation to me. That is a trip. So I really want people to start differentiating those things when they invite me to stuff, because I'm the kind of person that's like, let me see the itinerary. Is this a vacation or is this a trip? Because more than likely, if it's a trip, I'm probably not going, because I don't like to travel to do a bunch of things. I'm exhausted after travel, especially if it's a flight. I really like to travel and do nothing. And most people probably think I'm crazy. Like, why would you go somewhere and want to do nothing? Because I'm grown. So anyway, that is one of the things that I really don't like, that a lot of people like to do. When are you going to get lower heels in your store? Probably very soon, because many of you have been asking. If you know me, you know well I can't stand a kitten heel. But I recognize I am not my customer. So I am going to be sure to start to satisfy those of you that really want some stylish shoes and want them in a shorter heel. And I'm just probably gonna cringe every time I make a kitten heel, but y'all gonna love it, and that's what matters. But no, I don't hate kitten heels. They're just not for me. I'm not there yet. I still like me a pretty tall thumper. I'm coming stepping every single time. So very soon, so check out my website and get on my email list so you'll know when they drop. So let's see what else. What's your favorite thing to do in winter? Drink hot chocolate, watch warm fuzzy movies, and sleep. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I am already planning all of my content, doing everything that I can do now so that when December and January rolls around, when I tell y'all, I basically want to hibernate. I don't want to be required to do anything but pack up orders that come in. I don't want to be recording videos. I'm going to batch content, everything. Like, I cannot stand being cold. I do not like winter at all. Do I think winter is beautiful? Absolutely. Do I like to partake and participate in winter activities? Not at all. Feel free to leave me out of them. No, thank you. But that is my favorite thing to do in winter. I love hot chocolate. I love warm fuzzy movies and warm fuzzy socks and just kind of snuggling up and laying around. So that is my plan for this winter as well. What's your favorite movie? Oh, many people know this, but Sister Act. And no, actually not Sister Act 2. Sister Act is my favorite movie. Sister Act 2 comes in a whopping second, of course, but love Sister Act. I probably watch that movie 2 or 3 times a week. And sometimes I just roll it in my head, to be honest as well. That is my favorite, my all-time favorite movie. One day I might have to give y'all my whole rundown, my top 10 list, but Sister Act, I don't care what language, I don't care how big the screen is, how small the screen is, I don't care when it come on, how many times it come on, I'm watching it every single time. So that is my favorite movie. How did you quit your job so fast? Hard work, to be completely honest. So this question is in reference to, I started my businesses roughly 3 years ago. So they're asking, how did I quit my job within 3 years? Because that is pretty fast in the business world. One, I'm just gonna be honest, faith. God told me to quit my job, and I did it scared, did it kind of crazy in a sense, and actually it worked out. God had told me to quit my job in January. I said, but God, I just got here. Literally, I took a job, a new job, a position I loved. I was like, God, but I moved for this job. God told me, he said, quit this job. He said, yeah, I wanted you to do this in faith, but I got something bigger. And I was like, no, I'm not listening to God. So kept bugging me. March rolls around, and God is like, when I tell you, everything about my business was requiring so much of me that I was exhausted when I went to my regular job. So God, I kept hearing God again say, quit your job. I told you to quit your job. Actually, God forced me to quit my job. So my mom ended up falling and getting sick right around that time. So I put in my notice, but I said, you know what, God, I'm gonna at least get these people till June because I just got here. I don't want them to think like I'm such a flake. So I was like, I'm gonna at least get him 6 months of my time. And it worked out perfectly, to be honest. And God always has a plan, because my mom ended up getting sick in April. She ended up getting sick in the hospital. My mom didn't. She ended up dying in June. So she ended up dying June 25th. My notice was for June 30th. That was one of the hardest things I ever had to do, was lay my mom to rest. Being in the capacity of a new role at a new place, I wouldn't have been able to sustain that. And God, I think God knew. God completely knew what that was. So having, those 5 days, actually, I didn't even have to go to work, those 5 days, because I was planning her funeral, all those things. It just was set up in perfect alignment. So that was the first part of it. It was totally God. The second thing is lots of hard work. When I tell you there were nights, I'm not going to say that I didn't sleep, but there were nights I went to bed really late. There have been some tears. There have been some pivots. There's been some asking. There have been no's. There have been yeses. There have been lots of things. And I just kind of stayed the course, and I went out on faith. I created a budget. That's first of all, made sure that I ran all my numbers for my businesses. I have 3 businesses, and I said, this is what I need, whether I make sales or not, in order for me to sustain just the normalcy of life, to be able to eat, have a roof over my head, And by my regular everyday needs, I have to bring in this much money. So I made sure that my businesses could sustain, at minimum, could sustain my very normal lifestyle. And then I went ahead and took that leap, and God has blown my mind. The freedom that I have to work now and do more things for my businesses has also increased income, has increased capacity, increased so many things. So that was how. Also, if you're looking for help with that, I'm a link below how you can get in contact with me and acquire my services as a business coach. All right. Last question is, are you still married? Yes. Yes, y'all, I am married. I know my life is sometimes an open book, but my husband is very much kind of a behind the scenes person. He does not need or love a lot of attention, but yes, we are 4 years into this thing. We very much enjoy being married. It is fun. It is challenging. It is all of the things, but yes, I am still very much married, and I'm very much married to the same person I've always been married to. So I hope that you all got to know a little bit more about me from watching this video, and feel free to ask me more questions in the comments. And if you have a video as well about you, I would love for you to share it with me, because I would love to get to know who is watching me. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Remember to like, share, and comment. All right, I'll see y'all in the next video.